And welcome back, McLean County, to another edition of the Sports Network here. I'm Nathan Johnson along with Coach John Torrance here. And Coach, we get to see our Lady Cougars in action today.
It's always a good day when the Cougars are playing.
Looks like we'll be getting the starting lineups here. The way it's looking right now is we're going to have Sarah Larkin, Kennedy Level, Katie McCoy, Anna Miller, and Ava Lanham. If I'm going to be honest here, it's going to be a pretty small lineup considering height-wise, but definitely some scoring ability out there.
I mean, if you've got Anna Miller in the lineup, I think chances are pretty good in our favor.
Most definitely.
But, I mean, Kennedy and Katie, man, they might be small, but they are feisty. They're little chihuahuas.
Can most definitely score the ball, and I think that's what we're going to need to do tonight in order to win. We're going to have to efficiently score the ball, get out ahead of them, and just try to keep it that way.
You know, most basketball games, the team that puts the ball in the hoop more wins.
Wins the game.
That's
generally how the game works.
You know, I don't know too much about basketball, but I've never seen a team put the ball in the hoop more and lose. Shout out to cheerleaders.
So there we go, Sarah Larkin, Kennedy Level, Anna Miller,
Lit Anna Cook,
Katie McCoy, and Ava Lanham. I know we didn't live stream the JV game, but in that game we definitely had a pretty outstanding offensive barrage by Mallory Hampton.
Yeah, I think she was 4 or 6 maybe from downtown. I mean, she was banging them home left and right.
Most definitely a shooter there. She is believed to be suited up for this game, so maybe we could get a little bit of help on the offensive side of the ball from her in this game.
I mean, Rachel Ring also, I think she hit 1 or 2. I mean,
Rachel definitely one of those younger girls on the team that I feel like they can definitely come into her own, shell here and be a pivotal player for us down the stretch here.
I think with our 8th graders coming up next year, the future looks good for McLean County's, girls sports in general. You know, we got some athletes coming up, man. Anna's obviously already starting varsity, so.
We talk about middle schoolers coming up. That's not only the girls' team. I was here a little bit earlier. I was able to watch the boys practicing. I don't know if you remember him, Coach, but Noah Coleman?
Yeah.
His younger brother, Luke, coming up to play. I don't know if he'll receive varsity minutes by any means, but definitely a player to look at as he begins his high school journey.
Kennedy gets a steal. We're pressing the matter here, and it's working in our favor. Playing aggressive defense.
Sarah lets one go. It's good.
Should probably be our staple, I feel like. I feel like we got some really scrappy girls.
I say she walked there.
Looks like we're setting something up in the corner. Bang! Anna Miller hits a 3. The Cougs are up 7-0. Kennedy was called for a foul. Now, if I was Coach Groves, my game plan would be to get Anna the ball and just let her go at it. Tell everybody else, get out of the way. I don't know. Anna with some stout defense. We got a rebound, though. Kennedy comes out with 2 fouls pretty early in the game.
Definitely not good to, you said Kennedy level there.
Yeah.
Definitely a big offensive focal point of our
I think she's the one that really sets the tone offensively, gets everything going, gets people where they need to be. That was.
But I think we definitely have, I wouldn't say three of the same player, but 3 players that definitely have similar to play styles, and that would be the 3 guards there that we have in the lineup right now. I think you look at Larkin, you look at McCoy, and you look at Level. I think they all play similar. And then definitely you look at Anna. I think Anna could definitely play the forward spot like her sister, but I think she can also play the guard position like Kennedy or Larkin.
She's probably also not quite done growing. I don't think she'll get much taller, but she's got a little bit of growing to do. I think that will help her out a lot, help her in the paint.
And even at that, she's fearless when she goes into the paint. So the sky's the limit with the potential there.
As Ava was fouled. I don't think I've ever seen a basketball game score be 7-1. Hey, get the lucky roll.
So it's going to be 2-7 here. With about 5:50 left to go in the game. Or left to go in the first quarter. My bad there. 3-7. Trinity going to bring the ball down the floor. Now it's number 23. Down to number 1. Fumbles it. Anna with the steal. Anna taking it down. Gets to McCoy. That right there was a McCoy hot spot. She definitely will let it fly right there. She doesn't care.
Oh,
Ava with a putback there.
dropping another foul. We'd like to say the score is 1-9. They put the points on the wrong side.
So 8-point lead here for the McLean County Lady Cougars. Ryan and Larkin and Miller using this time here to coach them up a little bit. I think that right there, that just shows the kind of coach that Coach Groves is right there, just using any available time to, try to get some point through his players there.
And you got to look for an edge any way you can. I thought that was a travel, but I don't get paid to make those calls.
Jump ball there.
As Katie just yanks that ball away from her.
I know we don't like Hancock County here very well, but that was something I noticed against Hancock County when we played him during the football season. He let the play clock run out and then called a timeout as soon as it was about 1-2 seconds of running out. Really maximizing that time he had to talk with his players.
It's always small. It's not cheating, but it's abusing the system.
But, hey, like you said, you got to get the edge somehow.
Yeah. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Use that for lots of aspects in life.
1-10 here with about 4 minutes and 50 seconds left to go. Whitesville with the ball here. Only been able to score 1 point here. Danielle almost gets the rebound. 23 is going to save it, but they're going to say she's out. That'll stop the clock with about 4 minutes and 43 seconds left to go. Anna going to inbound. Larkin down.
So they're using a platoon system. 3 on, 3 out. Looks like Sarah was looking for the play. Ooh.
They're swarming her here. Lanham's going to try to drive in.
Nowhere to go with the ball. Oh.
Nice pass. Able to get it to Danielle.
Bucket.
That was something I was talking to Coach Matt Huff, and he was definitely he was saying that Lanham just needs to trust herself more when she goes in. She needs to just for lack of better words, just drive.
I would say that she's probably the most improved player on this girls' team. She has improved so much from the start of the season till now, and she's only getting better. I think next year she can truly be a cornerstone of this team if she isn't already.
Right here, I think she started, if not all the games, most of the games for the Cougars.
And,
Whether that's at the 3, the 2, the 4. She can really play any position you need her to. McCoy able to stop the fast break, allowing the Cougars to get on defense. Chalks up a 3. That's going to go for Trinity there. That's something we don't want to let them get going here is some offense. Pickpocketed by McCoy. Anna's going to recover it.
That is one of Anna's flaws, being so young. She does have some slight turnover issues.
McCoy's going to drive in, over, and in.
A nice little floater. That's impressive.
Like we said, McCoy does definitely have that scoring ability, and that's what we're going to need in this game. Out to 33. Pull up. No good. Rebound Larkin.
We're pushing it heavy.
To Miller. To Lanham, but just out of her reach. Overthrows her a little bit.
I feel like every pass we throw is just as hard as we can. We need to work on some touch passes. Sarah Johnson checks into the game for Sarah Larkin.
Sarah played some considerable minutes there. Nice disruption there by Anna Miller. But back to Sarah there, she definitely played some considerable minutes in that JV game and had a couple three-pointers.
She is a pretty dang good ball player, but, I think this just tells you the depth of this team and all the young talent we have.
Call a foul there on
Danielle, number 23.
Which, if we want to talk about cornerstones, that is a pretty big one there. Number 23, Danielle Reynolds. Her brother, Jackson Reynolds, plays a guard, I believe, for the varsity team for football. So, starting varsity kind of runs in the family, I'd say.
Being an athlete, I would like to say that they are both tall and lanky, and they get it from their mom. Their mom is a big lady. She is tall.
Good free throw there. Going to hit both of them.
Anna Miller brings the ball up the court.
Kind of stutter steps. McCoy's going to get it, spins around, drives in, gets it to Hampton. Hampton again had that nice barrage of offense.
Katie McCoy
coughs it up there, but right there, just McCoy is just a pest on defense.
Playing wolf, man.
Offenses hate to play her against her. She's, we could be down, X amount of points, and she's still not going to give up. She's still going to be in your face, trying to pick your pocket, get the ball.
She is a true glue player.
And right there, just denying them.
She is somebody you want on your team, but you hate to play against, man.
Kind of reminds you of you want to go NBA comparison here. Kind of reminds you of a little bit of a Pat Bev. Can get you about 10 points on offense, maybe 3 assists, but he's going to, definitely, just go out there
running around.
And lets it fly.
Pulls it from deep, man.
Making it 17-6.
Need to just get out of the way. Let Anna cook.
Overthrows that one there.
Miss Cecil with a nice catch on the sideline there. Shout out to cheer coach.
Going to be a timeout here. Trinity. So, this timeout here, I think this is just giving Trinity a chance to catch their breath, and I think they're kind of messing up here. You're giving the Cougars a chance to catch their breath too, and I don't really feel like they need it. With the amount of depth we've had there on the bench and the amount of points we scored from our starters and from our bench. Definitely you look at Katie McCoy, definitely, being a great scorer there.
I do think, I mean, obviously, Trinity's a private school, so they're going to have less players, but I mean, we just we just have more depth, man. We just have more people that can go out there and put the ball in the hole.
Larkin back to Miller. Miller to Johnson. Johnson to Larkin. Larkin to Miller. Miller to Hampton. Hampton to Reynolds. Drives in. Oh, just short. Hampton almost gets it back. Miller contesting her all the way down the floor there.
Looked like prime Richard Sherman the way she flipped her hips, man. That was impressive. Give her some pads. Put her in at DB.
Just nice transition defense there. I mean, you're in a position where you can let up a couple fouls here. Well, not really more. I believe for the last 1 minute and 50 seconds, Trinity will be in the bonus here. But I think, honestly, you're up 10 points. So, I mean, you really don't need to worry about, them going to the free throw line, even though they've been converting.
I think you just need to go out there and play ball. Play your game. Let it come to you. Don't let them dictate how you play.
Larkin to Miller. Miller to Johnson. Intercepted.
That was nice.
Number 5 there. Number 5 is definitely a player we don't want to let it get hot here. Just from the body language she has, you can tell that she is somebody the team gravitates towards.
Oh, nice stop by Danielle. Makes her pick up her dribble. That's plus 5 XP in 2K.
Oh, she's wide open there. Oh, tries to go for the reverse. We're going to say that's a pass to herself.
Ooh.
A little bit of contact there. No fouls called.
Surprised that wasn't called a tripping. Oh, Mallory, one-hand snag.
Oh.
Misses the shot. And Sarah Johnson
there.
gets fouled.
8-17 with about 52 seconds left to go in the game. Or left to go in the quarter.
That was a nice snag by Mallory. Looked like prime Odell out there. Same highlights and everything.
An unfriendly bounce there.
As Anna Miller comes out. Ava Lantrum comes back in. Sarah hits the second. Ava at the top of the key, showing how athletic she really is. And this 3-2 zone defense. Threw a pass to absolutely nobody. Cougar ball.
It's only with about 33 seconds there. Sorry about the clock. Oh, nice defense there by Trinity. Larkin going to bring it up here.
Those are to Mallory.
Hampton with the spin.
Oh, I thought she was going to let it fly.
Reynolds going to draw the foul.
Danielle is aggressive, man. She will just go in there and just not care who's in her way. And she's going up with it, man. Good shot, bad shot, does not matter. She's taking it. It's like Sarah Larkin's getting coached up down here by Allison Wagner.
Allison definitely was a great player. Transitions to coaching there. She's the lead JV coach.
Coached a great game tonight.
Great win. Definitely worked in all of the varsity players in there. Well, I wouldn't really say the varsity players, but the soon-to-be varsity players were worked in very well there.
I mean, she had a couple of 7th and 8th graders out there, man. And they were getting after it.
corner. Ooh,
Kona.
Larkin rebound, going to put it up. Ah,
I think she had time for a better shot there, but
I would assume so too on that one.
she did have Mallory running with her.
Mallory was probably calling for the ball there. Into the first quarter, 20-8. We are out to a 12-point lead here. I think the only thing that worries me is the fouls. I think we let them go into the bonus there. That is not something we want to get into the just a common occurrence of just hey, we're up, let's foul. Because at some point, your best player, somebody gets 4 or 5 fouls, and then all of a sudden they're fouled out, and now you're having to deal with maybe some unexperienced people going in, and then the lead starts to slowly disappear, and then you end up losing the game. So we got to use our basketball IQ, our coaching IQ here to be smart about the fouling.
I do think that is probably one of the only things that could hurt us in this game is, Kennedy Level, she gets 3-4 fouls this half, Anna, she gets 3, Having players like that, yes, we do have a bunch of depth. We do have a lot of players, but most of those players haven't seen the court in varsity, They play great in the JV game, but does that translate to a varsity game? We might find out. It is nice to see Sarah Miller back out there.
Most definitely. That was a big leadership thing. I mean, she was able to lead from the sideline, or the court side. Still talking in the football terms there, but it's better for her to be able to lead on the court. Nice defense there by Ava Lanham.
I don't know about that foul call, but once again, I don't get paid to make those calls.
She made a mistake on the offensive side of the ball, was able to get it back on the defensive side of the ball. That's, as a coach, that's hustle. That's what you look for in players that you want to play.
But back to Sarah Miller, it's really nice to see her out there, And now she's getting the chance to play with her sister, and there's only so much you can do from the sideline. It's really cool seeing her coach her sister, calm her sister down when she needs to, tell her that she's doing good, and help her throughout all those things. As the Cougars turn it over once again.
Wonder why you wouldn't take that shot. Questionable shot choice there.
Ava ends up on the floor.
But I believe that's going to bounce off number 23, so we should be in the clear there. Larkin's going to come out. Miller's going to go in.
Both Millers came in. I'm really surprised to see Sarah playing tonight.
Well, I think it's most definitely pretty hard to tell Sarah no.
I mean,
she's pretty determined.
She is
Johnson in the corner. Oh,
she is on a minutes restriction. You can tell that knee still bothers her sometimes.
Hampton.
But I'm happy to see her out there. I'm happy to see her playing, getting these minutes in. She is a senior, so I don't blame her. I'd want to play as much as I can.
So that's something that Brody's having to deal with too. Is they're trying to ease him back into the lineup. With him gone, a couple of those younger forwards had to step up and fill that void. And I think they did pretty well. I think it gave time for Braxton Floyd, younger brother.
Jax Lee.
And Jax Lee gave them. They kind of stepped out from the shadow of Brody and Gunner and were able to come out and really, I think Jax and Braxton played a big. Braxton, especially in the Ohio County game, played a big role in the scoring there. And then you also look at Jax Lee had a few very, very clutch shots against Muhlenberg.
First in the region for three-point percentage is pretty impressive. Shooting 53%.
So that means it's almost like for every 2 he shoots up, 1 goes down.
That is great math. I mean,
you look at the general is about 40%. So for every 4 shots you put up,
that's a good three-point shooter.
1 goes down. But if you're putting up 2 and 1's going down, you're looking at a great three-point shooter, an excellent three-point shooter.
And basketball's not his first sport. He's 10 times better at baseball.
Baseball season is coming up here. contested three.
So Miller bangs one home. They can just stroke that thing from deep, man. I guess it just runs in the family.
As that'll make it 25-9.
You know, the Miller family is pretty McLean County famous, I'd say. You know, the oldest being Jacob. And then there was Matthew, both great football players. And then obviously there's Sarah and Anna, the youngest. Sarah's a senior this year. She shoots another one. Bangs it home.
Yeah, we had Mallory Hampton in the JV game letting it go from three. Now we got Sarah. 11 to number 5. Like I said, number 5 just has that the gravitational pull on the Trinity team. I think she's definitely somebody they're going to look to try to score.
Mallory pulls it.
Doesn't go. Trinity's going to try to save it. They do.
She saw Sarah pulling on her, said, "Let me get mine."
11's going to let it fly.
Oh,
It's good.
Ava brings the ball up the court. Passes it to Sarah Johnson. Sarah shoots. Clinks off the back of the rim. We are kind of falling in love with the 3 ball. But, I mean, if it's falling, then you'll take 3 over 2 any day.
We have a 14-point lead here.
Ava is open in the paint.
Loses it there. Number 33 is being pretty vocal with the refs there.
It didn't look like she was yelling at the ref. It looked like she was yelling at her coach. Tear up. That is one thing I give girl sports coaches so much, like, credit for. Is dealing with attitudes, man. Like, girls listen better, but they have so much drama and attitude. So I think Coach Groves does a great job.
Lanham's going to get the steal.
Saves
covers it. McCoy in.
With the foul.
Would have been great if she would have got the and one there. But she'll go to the line for 2.
I do think we are 5 for 6 on the night for free throws, so shooting a pretty good percentage.
Gonna go down there. Rachel's gonna come in for Ava.
I do think this is a good game for Coach Groves to work in some of the younger talent, get them some minutes. I mean, obviously you don't want to put them in a close game, but I think in the second half here, if we are up by 15, 20, I think you got to, you know, some of the JV players get some minutes, you know. Rest Sarah, rest Anna. And let some of the younger girls get in there and cook.
It's always good to get the younger players more exposure in these type of environments. Even though this game doesn't hold a lot of weight, other than just being which I would hope would be a nice win. We would move to 6-11 on the season. Trinity would move on to be 1-16. So just something definitely we want to be able to say, hey, we got the win tonight, move on. We took a pretty devastating loss to Muhlenberg, moving our record in the district to 2-1. Which is, hey, 2-1 in the district is something to be proud of.
In a tough district, man.
Tough district. Muhlenberg being one of those teams that, I mean, they're hit or miss on whether they play good or not, especially on the girls' side of the ball. But, I mean, hey, they got talent, and when that talent comes to play, you got to respect it.
That is one thing about being from McLean County. I think no matter the sport, we always get everyone's best game. Nobody wants to lose to McLean County. No one wants to lose to a little rinky-dink school in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of a cornfield. So I think we always get everyone's best game. That's not just football. It's not just basketball. That's every sport. McLean County's on your schedule. You are giving them everything you have that night.
So 11, she's been pretty solid from the three-point line. Asking for it again, but Larkin's right there. Going to drive in, up. Nothing. Fighting Rachel for the rebound. Anna's going to get it out to McCoy. McCoy's got Reynolds if she wants her.
McCoy
Larkin, Miller.
Back to McCoy.
McCoy.
From the corner.
Ooh. Rebound by Ring out to Larkin. Larkin's going to pass it.
Straight to the defense.
Trying to get it to Ring there, but the defense just happened to get in front of Ring.
We do have a lot of turnovers, man. We're playing pretty sloppy.
See, we have a lot of turnovers, but that's something that I feel like we just get it right back. We go over and you look at McCoy there. I know I've been talking about her a lot tonight, but she's a pretty big focal point of the offense and the defense for this team. And I feel like she, as many times as she turns the ball over, she gets it right back in steals.
I mean, if you have 10 turnovers and 10 steals, I mean, that's making up for those possessions. And I think you take that. I think if you're going to play fast, shoot threes like our team's doing right now, I think you have to play aggressive defense and try to get out and get good looks.
14-33 here with about 2 minutes left to go in the half.
A great closeout by Sarah Larkin.
It's going to sail over the rim and going to go out of bounds. Anna's going to inbound to what looks like to be Sarah Larkin. Coach Grove's trying to communicate some coaching there.
As Miss Ring comes out, Kennedy comes back in for the last 2 minutes of the half. Hopefully she don't pick up another foul. Anna's open in the corner.
Ball gets poked out. Miller recovers to level. Level to Larkin. Larkin to level.
Do you think we should have a shot clock in high school?
See,
It's a very controversial topic, but
I think at high schools there's just really too much to worry about, really. I mean, you're just trying to get the fundamentals to the game down. You know, I mean, from anywhere from when you start playing in what we have ABA here to when you go to middle school and you go to high school. I mean, players when they get to high school, they think they really know it, but to be completely honest, I don't really think they do. I think adding a play clock to that would add a lot to their plate, to be honest.
I've never seen anybody just completely take advantage of it and hold the ball for a whole quarter or nothing. I don't think any of these teams
because I mean,
would.
At some point, your pride gets in the way and you don't let them.
Yeah.
Whether you got to foul or you just got to, just strip the ball, their hands get a jump ball, something.
But
I mean, the way I look at it is if you let a team just keep the ball for the whole quarter, what does that say about your team?
I mean, and honestly, probably the team that holds the ball for the whole quarter is waiting the last 10 seconds to take a shot, and it's probably not going to be a good shot. And I feel bad for the fans that would have to pay $5 or whatever you pay to get into the game, just sit there and watch that for a whole quarter, So I think any team that does do that doesn't care about their fan base. So Anna lets one go from the corner.
About 40 seconds left to go till halftime.
We have a very small lineup in. This looks like Sarah Miller's playing the
5, really.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, in high school, I think she's pretty average height for if she wanted to play the 5.
I mean, but we got shooters and shooters and shooters in. We're playing 5 out right now. Nobody's in the paint.
About 17 seconds. She lets it go. Doesn't go through. Trinity rebound. Going to fight for the ball.
Kay McCoy on the floor, which is where you will find her most times.
Just the type of player she is. She's scrappy.
You'd love to have people like that on your team. Somebody that's just going to go out there.
That's just not afraid to just get involved. You only have 10 seconds here. You have no time to really try to draw up a play.
It's like we were trying to half-court trap. Get the ball to 33. She puts it up. It's
Nowhere to
good.
go.
She gets the
Gets it
rebound, though.
back.
Throws it off the back of the rim.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say it here, a pretty high-scoring first half from the McLean County Cougars here. Most of the time you look at our scores, and this is what our final score is most of the time. Oh, they're going to give her a shot here. And she'll hit it.
It's an interesting foul call.
Well, needless to say, we're still going to the half with a pretty big lead here, so nothing to really worry about here is we go into the half up pretty big. Offense, I guess, could execute a little bit better, but I think they're doing
Some sloppy play.
pretty well for the most part. I mean, you look at our other games, we're definitely playing a whole lot better. You know, I think Coach Groves is going to be definitely pleased with what he saw in the first half. Just hope we can continue this in the second half. I think definitely that starting five was pretty smart for tonight. You come out, you score fast, and you play some solid defense. I mean, it's bread and butter, really.
I mean, I think if you put up 33 more points in the second half, if you're Coach Groves, you're happy, man. You might even be elated with that.
And I think he's pretty happy with what his team's accomplished right now. You just gotta, you can be happy, but you can't be satisfied. You gotta keep going.
And, you know, honestly, I think this might be one of those games. You're up at half, but I think you go in there and you rip them for some sloppy play, all those turnovers, man. You get in their butt a little and let them have it, man. So we got to come out better in the second half. We can't have that many turnovers, man.
But with all that said, it's halftime. We're going to step away.
exactly.
We're back. Welcome back, McLean County, to the second half of this Trinity versus McLean County girls game. The Cougars in the first half had very, very fast scoring, but I think in that second quarter we did allow them to score a little more than I would have liked in that game, or in that half, or in that quarter, my bad. But here we go. We switch sides.
I mean, we played pretty sloppy offensively, but I mean, I think we made up with it with all the turnovers we had, and just really tough lockdown defense. We do a great job of contesting every shot. Like, I can tell Coach Groves has really put the time in with these girls, and worked hard on the small things. That's what wins you games, man.
You got to fix the small details to get the bigger picture.
Sound like little baby. The bigger picture. Trinity seems to be taking more time with their possessions and not just.
That's gonna be a foul on level there.
Be our third.
Yeah, third or fourth. Can't remember which one. Grove's gonna keep her in here.
It is the second half. I think you let her play. I think you trust her. Great play call by Trinity. I'll give them there. That was nice.
So, if you were the coach of Trinity and you were going into the halftime down pretty big, what would you be telling your team right now?
I mean, I think you got to come out and hustle. Every loose ball, you got to play great defense. You got to take the smart shot on offense. Even if you take your time on offense and work to get the very best shot and then score, you have to play great defense. I mean, it starts on that end of the floor. If you're not playing great defense, just letting them do whatever, then you've lost the game. I mean, if you take your time with your possessions, make them count, just like they have been, then I think you have a good chance.
It's almost like we use a little bit of a football reference here, but it's almost like they're running a drag route. Like along the baseline there, he's beating him in man coverage, and then they're just throwing the ball there and, just throw it up to the hoop.
It is impossible to cover a drag route in man coverage. That's just a known football fact. That is a travel and a half, sir. Why would you go? That's an interesting call. Kennedy now has 4 fouls.
And she's being taken out here. Danielle's going to go in. I mean, hey, we're up on our size in there at least. Maybe that'll help us with the quote-unquote drag route they've been trying to run.
I think you play too much Madden, Nathan.
Hey, everything is good in moderation. Here we go.
Hey, double slants. You put the slot receiver on a drag, put the tight end on a seam route. Somebody's always open. If it's cover 2, you throw it to the tight end. Cover 3, throw the drag.
I normally run the ball.
I'm a huge believer in running the ball. So when you pass the ball, there's 3 things that can happen. 2 of them are bad. Run the ball.
Some people even call me Coach Wagner when I play Madden.
I would like to say Coach Wagner's. He's not going full air raid, but he's gotten to where he passes the ball more. That is just one thing. You got to work with what you're given, and when you're given an athlete that has a cannon of an arm like Brody Klein, you just got to let that thing loose sometimes, man.
And he shows that arm not only just on the football field, but also on the basketball court. Sometimes he's making full court passes that, they're not crazy, but when you see him in a high school game in person, you kind of just step back and say, wow. Here we go, Anna. She's going to bring the ball down. I think right here you need to slow down the offense. I think we're trying to score a little bit too fast.
I don't.
Ava's going to chuck it up.
You know, I don't think you go full pell-mell holding the ball. You run a nice 4-minute offense. That was a very aggressive jump for no reason. There you go. 4-minute offense. You slow things down. Set up your sets. Get good looks. So we got a timeout. Cougars, I think. I think he needs to get the girls settled. Get them focused.
Will be the Cougars here. The big thing I think we have to do here is, yes, we are not. I wouldn't say it's a game right now. We're up pretty big. But it's the fact that we don't want to let this lead slip away from us. And it was 12, maybe 13, maybe even 14 going into the half. And now we're looking at about a 12 right now. I don't think we need to let this get under a 10-point lead.
I mean, you definitely don't want them hanging around. I mean, you want to put them away.
And I mean, here with there about being 4 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in this third quarter, I think we need to focus more on letting them not score more than us scoring the ball here. We did the offensive work in the first half. We need to finish it off with some great Pat Bev, Dennis Rob.
Missing those threes, then Whitesville Trinity has a chance in this game.
Because if we consistently start missing threes, but they take high percentage shot twos, that's going to catch up with us. Nice steal there. Get it to a guard. Okay.
Mallory shoots it. Ooh. She may have used all of her magic in the JV game.
A 1-on-4.
Hey, Anna with
stripped.
Call it cookies.
Mallory's in the corner. See, number 5 is scared right now.
Terrified even.
She knows what's lurking.
I think we need to give the ball to Anna Miller and just let her go at it. Call an ISO. Good old Kobe Bryant play on the 2012 Lakers. Give her the ball. Get out. Oh, I don't know about that one.
Like I said, we do want to watch on the foul trouble here. We are setting at about 4 fouls here. We don't want to get another one and get to 5 or get even above 5.
Whitesville Trinity setting up a play when nobody was guarding them. I thought that was really interesting.
Never let them know your next move.
That was just an interesting play call and my interesting pass.
Now,
I mean, you don't want them hanging around. Like, you got to put them down. Sarah Larkin gets the ball in the paint. You know, Sarah Larkin may not always show up in the box score. Danielle gets an offensive rebound. But Sarah Larkin is out there putting in. I mean, she's not putting up 20 points a game by any means. But, I mean, she's out there getting steals, playing